Well, look what the cat dragged in. Hey, bitches. Sorry that the camera quality sucks. I'm again filming on my computer and I'm using my natural light and I can't tell if it's just like a glare from the window light or if there's something greasy on my computer. It's probably a combination of both. Anyway, it's been a couple days since we spoke. I did record not yesterday, but the day before, and I had taken an edible beforehand and I have been congested and just had a lot of sinus pressure. And I think a combination of those two things, I just started talking and I just was weeping. I was really having just a mental breakdown. And I did fully record a whole thing. It was an hour long and I just let myself kind of go through my emotions on camera and I was it was low-key almost a panic attack, and so it's just gonna go in the vault. I'm not releasing her, but it was very cathartic to experience that. And I didn't record yesterday. um so here we are. um how are you? How are you doing? Are you doing good? Did you eat today? Did you nourish your bodies? Did you nourish your souls? What's going on, guys? um what I did today was I went to Times Square, which was so. Guys, Times Square is just the armpit of New York City. And I went because I had a job interview at a dance store there. And the job interview was originally for an assistant management position. And I was doing the interview and I was yeah, I'm an actor and a singer, and I'm also auditioning and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I don't really want people who are actively auditioning for things, um, because just you know, I need I'm running a business and I need people to be here full time, and I need people to be really reliable and not have kind of another career that they're trying to chase, and which is very understandable, but that's not what I'm here to do. And we ended up talking a lot, and she was really sweet, but I did tell her I think I'm going home for a month, and I was kind of what are you guys still going to be hiring for part-time positions early June? And she was like, yes, probably. So it might be something where I could have that job when I get back, which would be really nice to have that job. I think I told you guys about that I was leaving for a month. I'm going home and I just got a bunch of stuff going on. I think I'm gonna go May 7th to June 7th. I still have to look at flights, but I think I'm just gonna go home for a little bit, and I think that'll be good because, you know, I'm planning to just hit the ground running when I come home and just really go full throttle with everything. So anyway, um yeah. So that was my day, and then after the job interview, I went to a coffee shop and I got a peppermint tea. I really like peppermint tea, and also it's usually the cheapest thing on the menu, so kind of works out. Um, but I did that, and then I went to my plan was to sit in the coffee shop and do work. By work, I mean apply for other jobs and look into gigs and auditions and stuff, but then it just didn't happen. And for a multitude of reasons, the main one being my computer was dead, and I did bring a charger, but there was no outlets at this coffee shop, and my phone was almost dead too. And then also um I just didn't dress appropriately. The weather here has been so yesterday was warm. Yesterday I wore a sweatshirt and sweatpants and I was burning up. And so then today I wore my overalls and I wore a short sleeve top underneath. And I was freezing. And I could have checked the weather, but I didn't do that. And of course I was rushing, and of course, like, all that stuff. The thing about it too is, like, I don't know, when I'm in Manhattan, I feel so, like, positive. Like, whenever I'm in Manhattan and I'm doing things and I'm, like, with my church friends and I'm at choir, or I'm hanging out with Rebecca, or I'm meeting Kate and Blair, like, I'm meeting up with them for coffee or, like, whatever, like, I feel so alive, and, like, I'm very, like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do with my life, and I feel great, and I feel positive, and I'm feeling confident, and I'm feeling like I got my shit together, even though I don't. And then I come home to Queens and I just feel so, like, I guess lonely. Like, I just feel lonely, and I feel really, like, scared. I'm very scared. This is kind of, I don't want to get too much into it because I'm scared I'm gonna get weepy again, like I did the video I filmed a couple days ago. But I'm very terrified. Yeah, I'm really scared. I'm supposed to have a single coming out with Rebecca. We recorded a cover of Edelweiss. And it's supposed to come out today, but I don't think that it's finished mixing. Her and her husband Zachary are working on that, and, like, thank God, because I don't know how to do any of that. But I don't know that it's definitely not ready, like, right in this second. I don't know if it's gonna be ready, like, by the end of the day. That was, like, our hope, was that we could release it today, but I literally, like, don't care. Like, I want to release it at some point, and I just want it to be good. Um, I'm not, like, banging on this, like, changing my life or anything. Like, it's one single and it's, like, a cover, but I just, like, really just want to release it, and I don't know, like, I have, like, I don't have an imposter syndrome with, like, my talent. I don't have imposter syndrome with, like specifically, like, it's so complicated. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I believe that I am good. I believe that I'm talented. I know that I'm a hard worker. I really believe that, like, I'm gonna get everything I want out of life, and that I'm gonna, like, really pursue what I want to pursue. But I have imposter syndrome because so many people believe in me and love me, and I don't feel like I deserve that. And that's just, like, a fun little thing about me. um yeah, like, I don't know. This is how I feel, and I don't know why, like, but it's just kind of where I'm at. So anyway, I need to journal, because I need to journal about my music and, like, what each song on our EP means to me, and I really want to, like, detail it out, and, like, the significance of all of it. And I think I want to, like, talk about that with, like, through this medium as well, because I do think that this is, like, a form of journaling. um but yeah, so I do need to do that, and I need to, like, I just, like, really need to do a lot of stuff, and I've just really been struggling with motivation. But my friend Kaylee did say, she was like, it's not about motivation, like, it's about discipline. Like, if you wait till you're motivated every time you have to do something, you're never gonna get stuff done. Like, at a certain point, it just has to be about discipline. And I think that's really real. Like, that's very true. But and, like, I feel so, like, motivated and excited about life and excited about career, like, when I'm in Manhattan and when I'm with people. But when I'm here, I just feel so, like, I think it's because when I get here, I am like reminded, like, oh my gosh, like, how am I gonna pay my rent this month? How am I gonna pay my rent? How am I gonna pay my student loans that are fucking a waste of time? I shouldn't even gotten my degree. Like, college was such a waste of time. And like, how am I gonna pay for that? How am I gonna pay? How I can't even like feed myself. Like, I'm barely, I can barely afford to eat. Like, how am I gonna do anything? And I also, like, at the same time recognize that, like, I'm gonna one day have nostalgia for this time of my life. Like, I'm gonna one day be nostalgic for this. And I think that's kind of like a weird dynamic. But, or at least I hope I'm not, like, I hope I'm nostalgic for this in the sense that I hope I can look back on this and be like, wow, like, she had no idea. She had no idea what was coming for her. She had no idea how good things are about to get. Like, things are gonna get so good. I tell myself that every day. I tell myself something really good is gonna happen to me today. Something really good is gonna happen to me today. When I go to sleep at night, I go, something really good is gonna happen to me tomorrow. And then I'm also like, show me how good it can get. Like, God, show me how good this can get. Show me how good it gets. Something good is gonna happen to me today. And I really try to believe that, but at some point it just feels like saying mantras and not actually believing them. And that's also stressful. And I wish I was like born into money or like born a Nepo baby so I could just like that would just make it so much easier. I feel like there's like a whole conversation about Nepo babies, and here's my thing about Nepo babies. This is like diverging the topic, but that's what this whole thing is. My thing about Nepo babies is like a lot of them get very defensive because they're like, I still deserve to be where I am just because like my parents are famous or my parents did this or this or this. Like, it doesn't mean that I don't deserve it. It doesn't mean that I didn't work for it. True. I'm not saying that. I can't speak to everybody who has arguments against or for Nepo babies, but my argument is just that, of course, like, you are talented. No one is saying that you're not talented. No one's saying that you don't deserve it. No one's saying that you didn't work hard for it. What we're saying is, it was easier for you to get a foot in the door. Like, people, like, a lot of, I'm using actors specifically, but they'll say, like, well, I still had to audition. My dad always made me audition. Like, no one ever just handed me a role. Sure. Like, of course you had to audition. I can't even get into the audition room. I cannot get into the room. Do you know how hard it is for people like me? Like, I have a clear dream, and I'm like, and not just me, like, and I have it a lot easier than others. I'm in New York. Like, I did get to go to school for it. Do I feel like that schooling was worth it? No, but I did get to go to school for it. I have a degree, like, excuse me, but like, I can't get into the room. I can't get into the room. I can't get into an agent. I'm like begging people. I'm sending emails. I'm going, hey, please represent me. Please hire me. Please look at my website. Please look at my reels. Please look at this video. Please look at my headshot. Please look at my resume. Please give me a shot because I know I can do it. I just cannot get into the fucking room. I cannot get into an audition room. I cannot get I can't get my music heard. I can't sing for people. Like, what the fuck? No one is saying that you don't deserve where you are. No one is saying that you're not talented. Of course you're talented. Of course you're good. Of course you earned those parts. Like, yeah, like, you probably would have gotten those parts if you were in that room, regardless of your parent being who they are. But you got into the room because because somebody had some kind of connection and said, hey, my daughter wants to audition for this. Hey, my son wants to audition. My child wants to do this. My child would like to send you their music. That is huge. That is huge. For ordinary people, that's a really hard thing to do. To just get your fucking pinky toe into the door of the building. Not even the door of the audition room, the door of the fucking building. So, if you are watching this and you're a Nepo baby, I have a lot of love for you. I love a lot of Nepo babies. You are talented. I'm not trying to discredit your talent. I'm not trying to discredit your ability. I'm not trying to discredit whether or not you deserve all of your success. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. In fact, there's very few Nepo babies that I can think of that I would say like are not talented or like don't deserve it. And those ones that I can think of, like they're not like famous. They're just like trying to be famous, but they can't because they're not good. If you are a famous Nepo baby, yeah, you're probably really talented. But somebody else who is just as talented or maybe more talented, I'm not referring to me because I'm mediocre at best. But I know a lot of really, really, really talented people and they can't get seen because they just like they don't have a name that they can give to somebody. They don't have like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that's gonna resonate. I'm sure no one's even gonna watch this anyway. But like that's that's my opinion on Nepo babies. And oop, 555. Um and I don't really know why I went on that tangent other than to say like I wish that I had that. Like I'm so grateful for my parents. I'm also like it's kind of a double-edged sword because on one hand I do wish I had been born with industry connections and all those things, and those are things I'm kind of having to make from scratch. Like I'm making these connections and I do have several. I mean everybody I know has connections. Like connections aren't necessarily like always the flex that you think it is. But I wish I had been born into like a family of actors or a family of artists so that I could get into the room because I feel like when I get into the room, like I'm gonna be able to prove to you that I can do it. But I just can't get there yet. Like I'm not there yet. Yet. And so sometimes I wish like, you know, I had that or sometimes I wish I had money. Like sometimes I wish I was like super rich because there's a lot of plays or shows I really want to do and they're not getting done. And I'm like, wow, this show would be amazing. And I have a really cool concept for the show. And like, I want to play, like, I have a really cool concept for the Wild Party. And I want to play Queenie one day when I'm a little bit older. And I'm like, well, how am I going to produce this crazy concept for the Wild Party and cast myself as this part, like, on a big stage if I don't have money? Like I wish I had the money to just like be like, I'm gonna produce this show and star in it. Boom, bada boom, I'm on Broadway. And then the other side of that double-edged sword is that I'm very grateful that my parents weren't in the industry and I am the daughter of a high school teacher and a blue collar business owner. And I'm very grateful for that. But it is kind of also like, wow, I wish I had some. Like I wish I had like a easier leg up, but I'm also grateful. Like I've always said, like no part of my journey ever has been easy. Like I've never had a time in my life where I was just like always the lead or always this like you know those people you grow up with in school and they just like they're talented but they always get what they want. They always get the role they want. They always get the thing. And like I've been very blessed to play a lot of roles that I wanted and a lot in several dream roles. But I was never like in like high school and in college I was never the one that like always got the lead. At least that's not my perspective. Um I was often not cast and often in the ensemble, which is no disrespect to the ensemble, but it wasn't necessarily the role I wanted. And you know, my senior year of high school, I didn't get into any colleges. I didn't get in anywhere. I had to take a gap year because I got rejected from all of the acting schools I had auditioned for. Been rejected from Juilliard 3 times, baby. Do you know how many Juilliard auditions you get? 4. So I have a 75% fail rate. And that's fine. Like, that's not my journey, and I've made peace with that. But, like, I'm grateful that no part of my journey with acting or with music has ever been easy or simple because it's definitely built up some tough skin. And right now that's coming in handy because right now is really rough. Like it's really rough and it would be so easy for me to call my parents and say I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't do it. I'm done. I I don't I don't care anymore. Like I'm exhausted. I'm broke. I can't eat. I'm literally like, I refuse to turn on the heater at night because I want to save a couple bucks at the end of the month. Um, like, it would be really easy for me to go home. And maybe I should. Like, sometimes I'm like, maybe I really should throw it in because. But God didn't give me all of that struggle growing up for me not to be tough enough to get through this. And that could make me cry if I really think about it. God, the universe, whoever did not give me all of that struggle growing up and the patience to get through it if I could not get through this. If I could not get through this. And really and truly, I always think of like so many actors say in interviews, they're like, and musicians too, I just saw one on one, they always say like right before their big break they almost gave up. Patsy just went out the window, sorry if you heard her little bell jingle. So many people like almost give up, and then like literally like right then is when they get their big thing and they're like, wow, thank God I didn't give up. And so that's what I keep telling myself, like, it's hard right now, but it won't always be. And I think that's true for you too. Like, whatever you're struggling with, and because I know we all have it, and there's no use comparing. Like, my struggles are not, they haven't always been, like, how do I phrase? You might be someone right now looking at me and thinking, wow, she's really struggling. She's struggling way more than me. Sure. But you might be here or worse tomorrow. Or you might be someone looking at me and you're like, wow, she doesn't know what struggle is. This is not even a, like, girl, you're complaining about your career. That's nothing to complain about. Valid. Valid. I have been through way worse in my life than I'm going through right now. I mean, like, girl, way worse. Multiple times spanning my life than right here. And I've also will probably never go through what other people are going through right now. Like, I mean, never say never, but like, I've never been like in a war zone. And there are people across this world right now who are actively like genuinely struggling. Like, thank God mine is just my dumb career. And also, like, there are people that I know personally that like have never really struggled with anything in their life, or like their struggles are just very quote unquote minimal. But I say that to say that like you kind of have to recognize both. Like, recognize like that your struggle is valid, and that just because someone else is going through worse or has gone through worse doesn't mean that like your struggle right now isn't true and isn't worth feeling and sitting with. And then also in the same breath go, wow, thank God I'm just struggling with this. Like, sometimes I look at people and I'm like, wow, thank God I'm only struggling with this because I couldn't bear what that person is having to bear through life. And I think that's just like the funny thing about life is that everyone's going through their own thing. I sometimes, guys, hold, pause, ref. Sometimes I'll just be fucking saying shit. What the fuck was that about? Please ignore me. Anyway, I'm grabbing my phone. Oh my god. Um, yeah. Yeah. I feel also like, and this is really dumb because I'm 24 years old, that I feel like I'm running out of time, which is stupid. Like that is so crazy. Girl, you're 24. Of course you're not running out of time. But I feel like the oldest person alive. Like sometimes I'm the oldest person alive and I don't have my shit together. I don't have my shit together. Like, will I ever? Will I ever have my shit together? Will I ever feel satisfied as an artist? Will I ever will I ever accomplish what I want to accomplish? Do I have enough time? Is that crazy to even think like that? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I need to call my mother because she had surgery today. Or not surgery, but like a procedure because they didn't have to like cut her open, but she has a kidney stone. And she had to go get a stent put in, so I need to call her. Y'all pray for my mama. Um yeah. Yeah. It's hard because like it's like I can see it. Like it's like I can see my future so clearly. Like I swear to God, like it's just like the weirdest thing, and I know I'm not the only one. I know that like everybody probably feels this way or like feels this way at some point. But like I can see it. Like I can see my future. I can like it's not just a dream to me. Like it's not just like, oh, I hope this thing happens. Like it's like this is going to happen for me. I know it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my blood. I feel it in my body. I feel it all the way down to my toes. Like I feel it. But I don't know how to get there. Like it's like I'm here and that version of me is right here. And like how do I get there? How do I get there? How do I get there? And I think it's just like I'm so like delusional, but I think it's just like a bridge. Like it's like I'm on this side of the bridge. Future me where I've like I'm not even gonna say like future me where I accomplish all my dreams, but future me where I'm like actively accomplishing my dreams and pursuing my life and my creative career, and I can like work full time as an artist and make money as an artist and not have to panic about my rent and not have to panic about where my next meal is coming from and not have to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm drowning in student debt, oh my gosh, I'm drowning in credit card debt, oh my gosh, I'm living in Queens and I hate it. That's right here. That's this version of me. And I need to get here. And I think that it's just a bridge and I just have to walk the bridge. Because like a bridge there's just two directions, backwards or forwards. There's no there's no forks in the road, there's no turns, there's no you could take this path. It's just a bridge. It's just a bridge. And I have to cross it. But then, like, how do I know if I'm moving forward or if I'm moving backward? I suppose me going home, like, if I actually went home to South Carolina and quit, I suppose that's backwards. Like, that's clearly moving backwards. I mean, that's what it is for me. I'm not saying that that's moving backwards for everyone. You might be someone who's like, I don't want to pursue theater anymore, so I'm going to go back home. And then that's actually you moving forwards, because that's your life's journey. Is there something else waiting for you back home, wherever that is, or back somewhere else, like going somewhere new? For me, I know about myself is that would be moving backwards for me, because that's not what I want. I don't feel like there's anything waiting for me down there. Not like career wise. Of course, I have family and stuff that down there that loves me, but you know what I mean. But moving forward, like, is moving forward just like, yes, I do think I'm supposed to stay in New York, but like, what am I doing in New York? Because I'm not making rent. What am I doing? Is it me releasing this music with Rebecca? I think that's what it is. I feel pretty positive in that, but then I'm also having this sense of panic, because I'm like, well, what if it's not? What if that fails too? Like, what if I fuck it all up? What if it blows up? What if we release this song, this cover of Edelweiss, that I've put so much like stake into for no reason, and you guys are gonna listen to it and be like, girl, this is what you were freaking out about? What if we release it and it like somehow blows up, and then I'm like, oh, that was all I could do. It was just that one song. Like, I don't have anything else. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I want to be on Broadway. I want to be on Broadway. I want to be on the West End. And here's the thing about it too, and I'm actually going to get pissed off, because I might regret saying this. I might regret saying this, and this might be like clipped later, and people are going to be like, wow, that's a shame that she thinks that way. I grew up thinking and feeling like you shouldn't chase certain things. Like, if you're going to pursue art, you shouldn't chase certain things. And I've always like, well, I mean, not beat around the fucking bush. If I'm going to say it, I should just say it. I have always felt that what was expressed to me was that, yes, you can grow up and want to be an actor. Yes, you can grow up and want to be a singer or an artist, but you should not grow up wanting and dreaming of being famous, of being rich, of being whatever. That was always it. And a lot of people that I knew in school, in college, colleagues that I've worked with across different theaters, or just like in the city, even, like, a lot of people express that in a way that's like, I don't care about being on Broadway. Like, Broadway's never interested in me. Like, never interests me. I just want to make art. I just want to do my thing. Like, I don't care if I'm famous. I just want to do this thing. I think that's great for those people. I, however, do want to be famous. Like, sorry if that makes me an asshole. I, however, do want to be famous. Yes, I also want to do it for the sake of art. I just saw 333. Yes, I also just want to do it for the sake of art. Like, I don't want to just, like, be famous because I'm, like, making shitty movies or, like, doing dumb shit. Like, I'm not gonna just do whatever it takes just to be famous. I'm not, like, I've seen people have that mentality, and, like, I'm not judging that either. Like, y'all do what you want to do. Patsy's coming to say hey. Do you want to say hey? Like, there's, like, an old clip of, I think it's Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas was like, I just want to be famous. Like, and I just want to do whatever I can to be famous. That's not me. I'm not gonna, like, go do whatever to become famous. I'm not judging that at all. But that's not me. I want to make art. And yeah, I want to be rich and famous. Like, yes, I do want to be on Broadway. I do want to be in movies. I do want to make music. I do want to win the awards. I would love to be an EGOT one day. I would love those things. Like, yeah, I do want those things. I want to squeeze everything I can out of this life. I want to write a book. I want to travel the world. I want to go to all these different countries. I want to be able to give back to people. I want to be able to get drunk and go on GoFundMe and like pay for someone's shit. Like, I want to be rich and famous. And I always kind of felt guilty about it until I heard Dolly Parton say that she grew up wanting to be rich and famous. And she was like, yeah, I always wanted to be famous. I always wanted to be famous. And that's how I feel too. I want to be, I don't care about being like a household name. I don't care about like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be Beyonce. I'm not trying to be Dolly Parton. But like, I want to be successful. I want to make art. I want to be on Broadway. Yeah, I do want to do those things. And yeah, I do care about them. And I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get there. But I'll be fucking damned if I don't try. Like, I will be damned if I don't try. Because 7-year-old me wanted that too. 7-year-old me, 5-year-old me, she watched The Sound of Music and wanted to be Julie motherfucking Andrews, bitch. Like, yes, I did. I did want to do that. Yeah, I wanted to be fucking Reba. I wanted to be Reba McEntire when I was a kid. Like, yeah, I do want that. And I kind of am sick of being ashamed of it. And a lot of people want that. A lot of people want that and they're scared to admit it. Guys, don't be scared to admit it. Just say you want to be fucking famous. Say you want to be famous. Fuck. If I have to be ashamed of it, fine. If you guys want to, like, make me feel like a bad person for wanting that, sure. Sure. But I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna stop. There's like a lot of discourse about like Chappell Roan right now. I feel like there's always discourse about Chappell Roan. I'm not gonna give you my opinion about it because it really doesn't fucking matter. But I always just like think about how she's like, I don't care about being famous. I just want to make art. I care about being famous. I want to be famous. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Like, I don't want to be famous to the point where I can't like go outside and like get a matcha without people like crawling up my ass, but I want to be able to make my living and a comfortable living. Patsy does knock my computer. She's got the zoomies. I want to be able to make a comfortable life for myself and my cat. I want to be the rich, fun aunt to all my nieces and nephews. I don't currently have nieces and nephews, but I will in the future. And I want to make music. I want to travel the world. And I do, it's not like all in vain. Like, I really do want to like support my friends, and I want to like be able to pay off my siblings and my parents' debt and my own debt, trust. Like, yeah, I do want that. And I'm sorry if that's taboo, but that's what I want. And I feel that way too now. Like, the quote I was talking about with Dolly Parton was, I keep seeing this interview circulating of like press for Steel Magnolias, which loved that movie. Oh my god. I have auditioned for the part of Shelby so many times in like so many different plays and never gotten it, but like holy shit, I would die to play Shelby. Um Anywho, uh there's this interview of Julia Roberts talking about how one day they had this, it was like super hot, they were filming outside, everybody was so exhausted, everybody was kind of complaining, you know, long days on sets, you're like in these costumes and wigs and like it's just uncomfortable, you know, you're sweaty. And she was like, Dolly, like, come on, like, you can complain, like, say that it's hot, like, just complain a little bit, we're all griping, you know. And Dolly was like, when I was a little girl, all I wanted was to be in movies and be famous and be successful. So I'm not going to complain now when I have it. And that's how I feel too. And I keep having to remind myself with that, even though I just did complain about like living in Queens and stuff. Like, younger me, all she wanted to do was live in New York and pursue this. And like, yeah, younger me also wanted to be famous. And I'm not famous right now. But she knew that she was going to have to go through this part too, this journey of crossing that bridge. And so I'm happy to be on the journey, but it is very stressful. And it's very scary. I am scared I'm going to fuck it up. And yeah, I can't wait though. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know that there's gonna be a moment in my career where I just can like exhale and like breathe and like kind of have like a, I mean, I guess it would be like an I made it moment, but like also just like a everything's gonna be fine. Like, I'm not even searching for an I made it moment right now. I'm just searching for this moment where I'm like, I'm going to make it. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Like, I'm on the right path. Like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. And maybe that's multiple moments. Maybe that'll come, in time. Maybe I'll have a lot of those. And it'll have to keep being a steady reminder of, like, you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. But all of that to say that, like, it is really, I feel like I'm holding my breath. I feel like my asshole is clenched walking through life. Like, I'm constantly on edge. I'm constantly like, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to make this work? But my mom said, she was like, you worry a lot for somebody who always figures it out. You worry a lot for somebody who always figures it out. And that's true. I've always figured it out. And, like, I'll just be damned. Like I'm going to figure it out. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. And that's how I feel. So, yeah. So, um, that's my tangent about that, I guess. Guys, I really want to be a guest on someone's podcast. Like, this is a really random thing, but like, I really want to be a guest on someone's podcast. So, hello, come on. Anyway, I mean, I'm in New York. There's about 1 billion fucking podcasts being filmed every second. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll be a guest on someone's podcast. Anyway, so yeah, I just don't know how to walk that bridge, and I think I'm doing it. I just am like kind of begging people for a shot right now, and it just takes one, like, it just takes one person to really believe in you. And I do have people that believe in me, but they're also in that spot right now. I need one person to believe in me and to be able to like be that person to get me in the room, whether it be an agent or like a manager. Like, I just need one person that's gonna get me seen, that's gonna get me in the room, that's gonna really believe in me. So yeah, that's how I feel. I'm stressed. So yeah, guys, it's a journey. It's a journey that we're on, and Patsy, stop licking your asshole. Gross. I need to mail a bunch of cards, but I keep just forgetting, and it's fine. So, anyway, me just disassociating for a couple minutes. Yeah, that's what's up with me. That's kind of what's up with me. I guess me doing these like every other day, like there's not too much to update on, but yeah, I'm just still kind of grinding, and I hope that it pays off. I hope that it's not all in vain, and I'm praying and I'm working, and yeah, I really wish I was back on Raya. I've been really itching for that recently, but I can't afford it, so I had to cancel my membership. I just saw 4 for 4. Um, but yeah, anyway, so that's my journey that I'm on. That's my journey. Um, well, I guess I'm just gonna wrap it up because I don't really know what else to talk about. I had to go on a little rant for a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for listening to me rant. I hope that everything's going on with you. That's good. I hope everything's chill. Um, yeah, I feel like I should live stream, but I just don't like know how to do that. But I keep thinking that maybe that's what I should do instead of just filming these and then uploading them. I feel like I should live stream and then just save. But I don't know that anybody would watch. But of course, like nobody's watching now, so what does it matter? But anyway, I love you guys and I believe in you, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good weekend. Happy Friday. And yeah, I love you guys. We'll talk soon, okay?